Looks like we are now on live stream.
Yep.
So for anybody watching, we are waiting for one more board member to sign into the meeting.
Oh, there he is. I'll let him in. Says he's joining.
Morning, Mark.
Mark. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Mark.
How's it going, guys?
Marginal.
Oh, that's good.
Could you try turning your mic up a little bit, Mark? It's a little hard to hear you.
Calm down. Go lay down somewhere.
Any better?
Yes, that's better. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so we are already live streaming right now, and with everybody here, I will call the meeting of December 15th, the Board of Review to order at 9:01 a.m. Guess we should still start with a Pledge of Allegiance, even though we are not all in one room. I happen to have a flag here anyway. So
Sure. We don't have a flag, but we'll pretend.
pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And if you would show on the roll call that everyone is in attendance. And do we have any public signed into the meeting at all?
There's nobody waiting to be invited in.
Okay, so as far as the first public comment session, we will consider that closed. Unless some of you have some public comment to make. Seeing none, I'll declare it closed. Just as we did in July, we should now elect Amanda as the secretary so that she has the authority to sign the documents. Since we can't all be in one room to sign things as they go through. So I will entertain a motion to appoint her as the board secretary at this point.
I will make such a motion.
I will second.
Okay, moved and seconded to appoint Amanda Gerber as a secretary. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion's approved. Next item on the agenda is approval of our July minutes. And I presume you all got those yesterday and had a chance to look them over. Is there a motion on those, either for approval or any corrections?
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded to approve them as presented. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And now those minutes are approved. Christina, do we have any additions other than petition 21, which we received yesterday?
No, that was the last one.
Okay, so we will consider that part of the existing agenda, I think, since we had it in advance, and should be no additions or deletions needed. And so we are ready to start discussion with petition number 1. A petition from Scott Willett of 319 Menard Street for a change in the status of principal residence exemption for the current year and 3 previous years. Is there a motion on his petition?
I move approval of his petition for the 4 years, 2017, 18, 19, and 20.
I second that.
Okay. Moved and seconded to grant a principal residence exemption of 100% for 2017 through 2020 tax years for Mr. Willett at 319 Menard Street. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion's approved. Our second petition is from Teresa White and Michael Oman of 121 East Ohio. Again, for a principal residence exemption change, in this case, from 0 to 50% for the same 4 years. Motion on that petition?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded to grant a 50% principal residence exemption on 121 East Ohio for 2017 through 2020. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion is approved. Petition number 3 from Jared Patterson and Holly Leisinger at 118 East Ohio Street, requesting a 100% principal residence exemption on that address for the year 2020.
I move approval.
Second.
Moved and seconded to grant the petition of Jared Patterson and Holly Leisinger for 118 East Ohio. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion's approved. Number 4, petition from Scott Thorne, 1300 West Avenue, requesting a 100% property exemption for principal residence exemption for 2019 and 2020 at 520 North 4th Street. I do have a question on this one for staff. Did you have a plausible explanation of why a mailing address does not match the principal residence exemption address?
Amanda? Which one was this that we're on now? I'm sorry, I was.
Number 4, Scott Thorne. I know he had the driver's license in there with the 4th Street address, but it lists his mailing address here as 1300 West Avenue.
His
So
mom, his mom and dad also own the home, and he's living there, going to school.
Okay. So he still gets his mail at his parents' house then?
No, his parents lived on 4th Street.
I guess I'm still a little confused why
Me
the
too.
addresses don't match.
1300 West are where his mom and dad live.
Okay.
His mom and dad live at 1300 West Avenue.
Oh,
Okay. He's
But
got
they
their previous
owned-
home then as well.
But they own 513 North 4th, 520 North 4th. So is that his property now? Did he buy it?
All 3 of them are on the deed.
Okay. So how do you get 100%? How did they get credit when they are already getting credit for West Avenue?
So they're claiming the credit at West Avenue, and
Yeah.
he's claiming the credit on 4th.
Could he get 50% or
It's a
Does he
single
get-
family home, so he can get 100%.
even though he's only a part owner? Okay,
Yep, as long as he's on the deed.
okay.
well, I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded to grant 100% principal residence exemption for 2019 and 2020 to Scott Thorne for 520 North 4th. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion's approved. Petition number 5, Mary from Formolo of 1740 Van Evra, seeking change from 0 to 100% principal residence exemption on 1740 Van Evra.
I move approval.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. PRE is granted. Petition number 6, Corey and Wendy Hance, 448 McMillan Street, requesting a 100% PRE on that property for 2020.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion approved. PRE is granted. Petition number 7, Gary and Phyllis Hagland of 1279 Lakeshore Park Place, Unit 2A, requesting a PRE from 0 to 100% for tax year 2020.
I move approval.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion's approved, 3-0. Petition number 8, Mary Kay Alfrance, requesting 100% PRE for both 2019 and 2020 on 477 Glenhuber Avenue.
Make a motion to approve.
I would second that. So she's getting it for 2019 as well as 2020?
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
But it said she bought it in 2016, so
Yeah, this one's a little bit funny.
the husband had a different address or something.
Yeah, her husband and her lived somewhere else, and then she changed her mailing address and voter registration, and he doesn't claim a PRE anywhere, but so she's just going to be the one claiming it here because he's not registered to vote and doesn't have his driver's license changed.
do we go back to 2016?
No, because she did not change her residency until 2019.
So we do cover 19 and 20 then. Got it. Yes, I have no problem with this one.
Okay, it was moved and seconded then to grant this. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion's approved, 3-0. Petition number 9 is first of our veterans exemptions petitions. This one from Rodney Runyon of 1515 Division Street, requesting both assessed and taxable value drop to 0 for 2020.
I make a motion to approve.
I'll second your motion.
Moved and seconded to grant a 100% exemption to Rodney Runyon for 1515 Division Street. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion's approved. Next, a petition from Joshua Thorberg Jornsen for 1216 Division Street. again, for veterans exemption, dropping both values to 0 for 2020.
I move approval.
I second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion's approved. Petition 11 from Gerald Anderson for veterans exemption, dropping both values to 0 at 332 Blemhuber Avenue.
I make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Exemption is granted for 332 Blemhuber. Petition number 11 from John Sewer, 1213 Pioneer Road,
That's
requesting
petition 12.
100% exemption for 2020.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Exemption is granted. The next petition is from Deborah Eiler for 1730 Kildall Avenue. Again, requesting a assessed value and taxable value to drop to 0.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
I do have a question on that one before we vote. I see the letter basically says 60% disability. Yet, I think the form indicates individually unemployable. And the upper part indicates must be permanently and totally disabled as a result of military service. I guess on the form, are those two different options? The first box is they are totally and permanently disabled, and the other option is that they are unemployable.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, so they do not have to be totally disabled.
Correct. They do not have to be totally and permanently, as long as then the other one, because you can go back and forth to both. They both play a role, I guess.
Okay, I did notice there were a couple others in here that were not 100% as well, but
Yeah. And then this is
60
the
was, I think, the
spouse.
lowest.
Yeah.
So.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's been moved and seconded to grant this exemption. Any further questions? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion's approved, 3-0. Petition number 14 from Michael Paluda, 14 Marquette Drive.
Did we do Deborah?
That was the one we were just
Oh,
voting
that's the
on.
one we
I was
just
asking you a
did?
question, yes.
Holy mackerel. Sorry.
Okay, so now we're on Michael Paluda, 14 Marquette Drive.
I move approval of Michael Paluda's petition.
I second.
Moved and seconded to grant veterans exemption on 14 Marquette Drive. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion is granted. Petition number 15 from Tanya Goss, or Goss, for 225 Sandstone Drive. Requesting assessed and taxable values of 0 for 2020.
Make a motion to approve.
Now second.
Seconded, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion is approved. Number 16, from Leon Arnold for 901 Westland Drive. Again, requesting a full veterans exemption.
I move approval.
Second.
All in favor of granting the exemption signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion's approved. Number 17 is from Scott Edelamaki, 1910 North Creek Drive. Again, requesting a veterans exemption.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second the motion.
Moved and seconded, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion is approved. Not going too fast for staff to enter the stuff, right?
That's okay. I'm gonna have to
Quick.
print all these later
Okay,
and you guys to sign. But yeah, you're doing good.
okay, thanks. Number 18, well, we finished with the veterans exemptions at this point, dealing with a clerical error or mutual mistake of fact. In this case, we were asked to reverse an uncapping on House Rentals LLC for 513 High Street. Excuse me, that's the mailing address. The property address is 126 West Ridge Street.
I move approval.
I second.
Okay, moved and seconded to change the 2020 taxable value from 79,500 to 74,085 to reverse an uncapping made in error. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion is approved. And again, we are being asked to reverse an uncapping by Robert and Mary Gardner for property at 1015 Osprey Court, Unit number 4. I believe this was due to an error in the deed listing the wrong unit.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll support that.
Moved and seconded to change the taxable value from 80,900 to 68,678 by reversing and uncapping for unit number 4 at 1015 Osprey Court. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion is approved. And request from the assessor to change the classification for both the 2019 and 2020 tax years for land value and personal property owned by DLP Marquette General Hospital LLC at 850 West Baraga.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll support.
Moved and seconded to change both the 2019 and 2020 classifications from 254 to 251, excuse me, on the land and personal property at 850 West Baraga Avenue. I take it we lost a significant amount of tax revenue because of that.
Changing the class? No.
No, from the previous 2 years, it doesn't. It's
Let me look here real quick.
as I read the materials, it looked like it fell under the facilities exemption
Oh, yes. So it will
for,
add,
and it's like for 4 years and we're going back and getting 2 of them, but we can't get the
Yeah.
other 2.
I'm not sure on all the details. I don't even have, Christina has what you guys were sent. But I think this would give us more tax revenue. Yes, So-
Really? Good.
give us more tax revenue.
Wait,
Then it would just be going to regular personal property and not the, I guess I'm not even sure what, because Miles does all of those ones.
yeah, I understand. I mean, it was a pretty insignificant little line in
Yeah.
all of that paperwork. I'm glad that somebody found it, even if it is a bit late. Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the classification change is approved. And number 21. It's in a different stack of paper here.
Move approval of Brian Kelly's 2020 AV and TV to 0.
Yes, thank you, Carolyn.
Yeah.
So do we have a motion on Mr. Kelly's veterans exemption?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded to grant the veterans exemption to Brian Kelly for number 4 Fairway Drive. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion is granted. Approved. And that would seem to take care of all of the official business that we have for this morning.
Yeah, you guys did good and quick. So it'll be like last time where we'll send it. I'll send it to Carolyn and then she can send it to Mark and then Mark can send it to Steve and then Steve will send everything back. Okay.
Super.
That worked out pretty good.
Yeah. Does it
Yeah.
come with a Christmas bow this time or not?
Right?
I'm sure.
Yeah, you're gonna have trouble getting it through the mail right now.
Right. Christmas rush.
I do have one request. I don't know if we have to vote on it or we can just discuss it. I really think it would be appropriate on the notice that you send on these veterans exemptions to have a statement in the notice that indicates thanks from the Board of Review for their service and for their sacrifice.
Wonderful idea.
Let me see. I could probably on the affidavit, Steve, that we send, and you'll see it because you guys have to sign all the affidavits in the comment explanation section right above where you guys sign. I can enter things manually into there and I can say thank you for your service on there if you'd like.
Okay, if you could put service and sacrifice, since all of these are disabled because of their service,
Right.
I think it would be appropriate.
I agree.
I agree.
Thank you for your service and sacrifice. Okay. I'll add that and you'll see it. It's right above where you sign.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. But otherwise, we'll be in touch if I need anything from you or, the mail. I'll look for your mail and then just try to send it off as quick as you can.
Okay, will do, and I'll, even though I'm not out circulating much to talk to very many other people, I will try to ask a few more about joining the board. Thank you very much, Carolyn, for your service over the
Yes,
years. We
thank you,
appreciate
Karen.
that very much. You've been a big help on this board.
Let me know if you have a problem because I could do mornings and I can do evenings in March, but I just couldn't do the afternoons. With
Okay.
a 4-year-old, it would be a whole new venue for you.
Well, the public is welcome at these meetings.
We
That's
don't
true.
have a daycare center.
Thank you all for signing in this morning.
Yeah, thank you everybody so much. Appreciate you all.
Is there
We
a motion
appreciate you.
motion
Yeah,
to adjourn the meeting?
Yep, that sounds perfect.
Make such a motion.
Okay,
Second.
moved and seconded to adjourn. Our meeting is complete. Thank you.
Thank you,
Adjourn to
everybody.
the, do we have to do this to the, subject to a call of the chair again for any issues, Amanda?
I don't know, Steve, what do you think? Do you think it's a good
I
idea?
guess I'll announce it that way. Adjourn
Okay.
subject to the call of the chair, just in
Perfect.
case.
Good.
Might need you for something, so I like that.
Okay.
Thanks,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas to all.
Yeah, Merry
Yeah, you
Christmas,
guys too.
everybody.
Be well.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.